My name is Suhani Desai, and this presentation is on animals in space. Also, this channel is part of a non-profit organization called One World, One Nation that strives to support children globally who lack educational resources or are disadvantaged. By providing these students with an extended learning platform, they can explore their interests, build on their passions, and find a path to a career. Please subscribe to this channel and like this video to support our initiative. The information for our organization is in the description box below. Throughout the history of space exploration, animals have been sent into space. But why? Well, one of the reasons is because it allows us to see how a human might react in space. Different animals share different characteristics with humans. Therefore, if we were to send an animal into space, we could see how its body reacts and apply that information to humans. Additionally, some experiments are just easier to do with animals, and some can only be done with animals. However, it's important to note that animals don't go to space unless they are needed, and when they do go, they are treated ethically and humanely. Throughout the history of space exploration, animals have been sent into space. But why? Well, one of the reasons is because it allows us to see how a human might react in space. Different animals share different characteristics with humans. Therefore, if we were to send an animal into space, we could see how its body reacts and apply that information to humans. Additionally, some experiments are just easier to do with animals, and some can only be done with animals. However, it's also important to note that animals that are sent into space today are treated ethically and humanely. So now that we know why animals are sent to space, let's learn about the first animal to be sent into space, the fruit fly. They were launched on February 20th, 1947, and they came back alive. But why were fruit flies the first animals to be sent into space? It's because fruit flies actually share a lot of DNA with humans. Specifically, they share around 75% of the genes that cause diseases in humans. Because of this similarity, scientists sent fruit flies to space in order to see how radiation in space would affect them, and in turn affect humans. When the fruit flies returned to Earth, scientists observed that they did not experience any mutations due to the radiation. This was great news and inspired them to keep sending organisms to space in hopes of one day sending humans to space. Today, fruit flies are still being sent into outer space for research purposes because they're easy to care for and because they have short lifespans, allowing generational research to be done. Although Albert the monkey's story is sad, it is an important part of space history. His was the second in a series of missions involving monkeys. He was the first monkey to go to space and he had a successful flight, but he died while coming back to Earth. The other three monkeys also passed away during their missions due to varying reasons. The monkey missions helped scientists figure out how to send animals and humans to space safely. Other monkeys were later sent to space and survived due to the knowledge that was gained with Albert's 1 through 4. Laika was the first living organism to orbit the Earth. She went on Sputnik 2, which was a satellite made by the Soviet Union. It was quite an accomplishment, although she was unable to return to Earth because Sputnik 2 was incapable of re-entering the atmosphere. The next time that the Soviet Union sent animals to orbit was 3 years after Laika and the animals returned safely. From these missions, scientists learned a lot about sending living organisms to space and to orbit. Besides these examples of animals that have been to space, many others have also been. Some other species that have been to space include rats, mice, frogs, fish, guinea pigs, cats, and spiders. Many of them returned back to Earth alive, although some are less fortunate. These animals have been very valuable in expanding our knowledge and sending humans to space.